Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to Pow Bites with the Daily Pow.
Welcome to Pow Bites. This is a series of mini episodes that we do in the weeks between our fortnightly podcast, The Powdcast. And by the way, we're the Daily Pow. We're a city-specific culture and food website. So this episode of Pow Bites, we'll be speaking to Roshni Bajaj Sanghvi. She's our food columnist. She writes a column called Monthly Special, and her last column was on community masala and condiment shops. Now, Roshni, I mean, you have a fondness for masalas and sort of local condiments and community spices, and community-specific foods. So, I mean, how did you find some of these places? Like, I mean, in the column you talk about farm products, which is quite well known, but you also talk about Jai Maharashtra Masale, and you talk about Kalyani Lonchi. And I mean, these are unfamiliar to me.
And
how did you find these
places? This is just part one of your list of favorites, because there are a couple of others too, right?
Yeah.
How do I find them?
Or how do you seek them out?
So, Jai Maharashtra Masale and Kalyani Loncha, you will not be like. I found them in a very strange sort of way. I was in a car outside the shop. I was driving down that road. Mm-hmm. And I looked outside and I saw the name of the shop and I wondered what it was. So I marked it on Google Maps and promised myself I'd come back.
Okay.
And that's it.
Because that's the kind of thing that other people say, oh wow, H&M has opened. And okay, let me get out of the car right now.
But Roshni like, Jai Maharashtra Masale. Wow, gotta check it out.
No, but like Kalyani Loncha is like, it's just like the name. How can you not like mark it?
How can you not be excited? Yeah.
Oh yeah, how can you not? But I mean, it sounds so amazing. Just reading your column, you've said that most of Kalyani's masalas come from Kankavli village in Sindhudurg, and they're handmade by women, and you get like all these very interesting things like tilkut, which is black sesame powder, and
tilkut macaroon. Have you had one yet?
And various things. So, did you go and sort of buy half the shop, and did you experiment with this stuff?
So Jai Maharashtra Masale is huge. It is compared to Kalyani Loncha, it's huge, but it's medium-sized compared to farm products or Motilal Masale Wala.
Farm products, for people who don't know, is basically it sells Goan specialities, right?
Yeah. And Motilal Masale is opened by a Gujarati family that appreciates Parsis a lot. So they have all of that, plus they're sort of like diversifying into Bori Kari Masala and like all sorts of other stuff. They have their own store brand called Mangal, which retails out of other places. Okay. But Kalyani Loncha is very, very small shop. There's this man it's like a pan shop.
This is in Lower Parel, right?
Yeah, Lower Parel.
Okay.
It's like a pan shop. There's this guy who's standing in the middle, and he's got like, you couldn't swing a cat?
Right.
Yeah.
So he needs to stretch an arm out, and he can like get anything out of the shop. Yeah. And there's a counter in the front which has like the ground spices, and it's piled with like little plastic packets with no categorization of pickles, chutney masalas, powdered spices, specific mixes like the Mast Malwani.
Which is your personal favorite?
Well, it was sort of, when you go to like, say for example, you go to a makeup store.
Oh yeah, because I do that so often. This is true. I need to replenish my foundation.
Sorry, I need to sort of interject with the correction. The Mast Malwani is Jai Maharashtra Masale. No, but they also have it?
Yeah, so they all have their Magic Malwani, Mast Malwani. They have like different names and their own like sort of proprietary blends.
Like proprietary blends.
Yeah, so this is, like every family has its proprietary blend of garam masala if they grind it themselves, right?
Or wow, Roshni, as usual, a couple of that's what she said, but
no, I didn't get what was
Let's move on. Anyway,
but so the difference is really in proportion.
Yeah, it's differences in the proportion of the spices and to the degree of roasting of each of them.
Okay.
Whether they've been roasted together whole or they've been roasted separately and then blended. Or, so all of that. Or, like, have you sort of roasted it with a little oil so that it's preserved a little better? So, if we had to get into the finer details of it, I could write a column on, like, why each one has been blended the way it's been blended. But just to make it easy, like, you go to a makeup shop and you ask them to figure out what your skin tone is, warm, neutral, like neutral, cool, whatever. Here you sit down and you talk to him about what you like to eat.
Okay.
Like you say, I like my food spicy and I like the smell of this, like the smell of the roasted masala, I prefer it to the smell of the raw masala. And, or if I don't like my food spicy, but I like it very aromatic. And he'd be like, this is the one that's going to work for you.
Okay.
So it's, mine was Mast Marwari.
Because it's spicy.
Because I like my food a little on the spicier side and I like my masalas dark roasted.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, at M. Motilal Masala Wala, which is a very, very famous shop in Grant Road, you came across a rather sweet-looking lady,
Yeah.
Perrin Modi.
Yeah.
And so she's a salesperson over there, is that right?
Yeah, so she used to live in Wadia Bagh.
Right.
And she started selling the masalas that this family was selling in their shop. So she said she started retailing them from her home. And the family grew so fond of her that now at 80 something years, 83, she'd just come back from a trip to Japan. So she had just spent like a couple of weeks in Japan. And she'd gone to Kyoto and Tokyo and Osaka and Hiroshima and all of those places. And she spoke about like going up and down the mountains and all that. She's very energetic and very active with a shock of white hair, large beaming smile. And I didn't need to go to her asking her any questions.
Okay.
I just sort of looked mildly confused for a minute. And she came to me and she says, yes, tell me what you want. And like, can I help you? And it's slightly hard to interrupt her because she's so full of like knowledge and energy about everything in the store that if you show interest in two things, she will bring 15 other things.
She's a really good sales lady.
She's a really good sales lady, but at 83, she talks to me about her Japan trip and then talks to me about rose-scented poha and then talks to me about Cola's vinegar and then she talks to me about everything like one after the other with the same sort of passion and authority.
And before you knew it, you had spent 2,000 rupees in the shop.
Yeah. And
How do you know?
And perhaps,
But
perhaps you bought gaunu doodh, which
Yeah.
just sounds awful. Fried wheat milk.
It's not fried. That you can fry it to make croutons, but it's dehydrated.
It's dehydrated.
Dehydrated wheat milk. So it's basically crushed wheat. So wheat is soaked and crushed, and then water is added to it, and then it's the milk, the sort of
Liquid.
the liquid that's extracted from it looks milky.
Okay.
It's squeezed out, and then that is dehydrated.
Oh, okay.
And this is used as a thickening agent. I mean, people get excited about sodium alginate and like, we're gonna do inverse verification. This is,
I don't know which people,
Yeah.
but clearly some people
Things
do.
we have
like
no
chefs are
idea
doing
about.
molecular gastronomy,
Okay. Yeah,
like playing with textures. But here, you're playing with textures like historically.
Sure.
It is,
Yeah. But these shops are quite literally packed with flavor.
Yeah.
And you're somebody who has a deep interest in this. But I'm just thinking, if obviously you'd go to these shops if you have an interest in sort of exploring regional flavors, but it's a bit intimidating because everything, for instance, there's no like English signage. For instance, everything's like marked out. And not every shop might have like a Miss Modi, right? So how easy is it to navigate these places? I remember you saying that you just go there and you look mildly sort of flustered and people will come to you not only telling you where to find stuff but also how to use it.
I'm as much of a curiosity in the shop as the stuff is curious to me because I'm not the shop's typical. At least I don't
Typical
look
customer.
like their typical
Yeah,
customer.
yeah.
Their typical customer looks in.
It's from the community, for instance.
It's from the community, and somebody who knows their way around the shop typically has been going there for a couple of generations or like a couple of decades at least, right? So for them, I'm as much of a curiosity, and they're excited to help people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the great part about these shops is because they're not your supermarket and they're not your like modern retail, they're able to snip open things or have things in jars where you can sniff, taste, all of that. So it makes navigating the store easier. It makes the entire sort of, you get narratives about the community and the foods that the community likes to eat. You understand the community through a shop like this, which you wouldn't actually get in modern retail.
Sure.
I mean, you wouldn't get in.
Yeah. And have you made something? Have you experimented with some of the stuff you bought recently?
Yeah, there's like everything I bought from like my research, put into this large tray, which is displayed very prominently next to my kitchen, like my hob in my kitchen. And I sort of like, this morning I had a rose-scented poha for breakfast. Actually, I had it on the way here.
Okay.
Which is everything with the haldi and the mirchi and the kanda poha proper, but rose-scented is amazing.
Okay, so this should be reason enough for you guys to go and check out these wonderful community stores. Just to recap, there's Farm Products in Kolaba, there's Jai Maharashtra Masale and Kalyani Lonchi, both in Lower Parel, and M. Motilal Masala Wala in Grant Road.
And you can go over to our site and see Roshni's latest column. It's called Monthly Specials, and you've got all the details about these stores, including addresses and everything you need to know about them. And thanks so much for being on Power Bites, Roshni, and we'll be back next week.
If you like listening to the podcast, you can also check out Cyrus Says, hosted by the Cyrus Brocha. It's an irreverent podcast on current events, urban India, politics, sports, civic sense, traffic, kids, food, and everything that matters. Well, mostly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out IVM Podcasts to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.